So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're so excited about how he closed the month out. He's taking us into the convention. He's ending the month, the last Thursday in August, taking us into the convention. And then in October, we'll talk about it as we come out of the convention and numbers be high. Without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to Regional Vice President, none other than the great Dean Tarrolly.
You guys, here's the deal, right? I won't talk about October. I was listening, but I will say this. I'm really grateful, for this call, for the leaders that participate on this call, for Al to have this forum. It's really interesting too. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm just going to do it for 30 seconds. That is, if you get out there and have activity and produce, right? I imagine that this is a forum that you could train on. There's people that are on this call that because they've done work out in the field, they've actually produced that Al may give you a time to step in for someone or to train on a call like this. And I have to tell you, it's kind of a breeding ground for leadership. And I think it's awesome. So Al, I'm grateful to you, your friendship. I've covered it a million times. But it is true, and I'm sincere and serious about it. And thanks for everything that you do for all of us. So, you guys, I do have some things to go over. I have some things to show you. I was looking forward to this call, and here we go. So, first thing I want, and by the way, you all can screenshot if you choose to, and it's up to you. But you can screenshot what I'm sharing with you if you want. So. I have certain outlets that I plug into, or emails that I get from different sources, and the reason is because I think it's okay for everyone to be inspired, right? Like we talked about or Al mentioned, and I'm certainly going to talk about it, how important this week is leading into the national training. And the people that are on the calls that I do, whether it's the Monday call, Wednesday call, or Saturday training, whatever it is I've been talking about what the company announced at the last event, that we're getting into fintech, online banking, and home and auto insurance, and that we're going to learn about it, and it's scheduled to launch before the end of the year. Man, does that make this week important going into Orlando? I've heard people say, even the leaders of the company say, listen, if you're going to miss a national, don't miss this one. Miss the one after this one. This is the, like you got to be there, right? So I'm just telling you guys, whatever you need to do, whatever arrangements you need to make, whatever help you need to ask, like do what you need to do to be at this national, because we're going to go from this national to the events that are going to go on in the fall, to the Lake Tahoe leadership. And next thing you know, we're going to be at the New Year. And see, here's the thing. Al's been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. We know what happens in the fall. We're almost there, even though football's kicking off and all that stuff, which is great. I won't get into all the rivalries and all the stuff yet, but I will tell you this, that the next 30 days are when people are going to get serious about their lives again. They're going to shake off the summer. They're going to shake off the trip to the lake. They're going to shake off the cabin trip. They're going to shake off the trip to Disneyland. They're going to have all the pictures, or Disney World, or whatever it is that they did. And now it's time to get serious. And you guys can be a step ahead of the game. So I have a couple things to share with you, and I'm going to kind of train and give you guys some thoughts as I go through this. So the first thing that came across my oh shoot, hang on a minute. You guys, hold on. Somebody just texted me, and just to let you know, all right, so let me get this person, geez, Dean, let me get this person on this Zoom. So hopefully someone can let this individual in. And all right, jump on now. Sorry, just let you know. Okay, cool. Just let you know, I missed that one. Doggone it. So Al, I know he knows what I'm talking about. So okay, here we go, you guys. So this came across my email today, and I thought it was incredible because I wasn't planning on showing this or talking about it, but it struck a chord with me. So here goes. For those of you who know anything about kind of like vintage old Hollywood, you'll recognize this name. But here's what I want you to see. Audrey Hepburn. I believe every day you should have at least one exquisite moment. Now, here's the thing that I love about this, right? I love the word. I love the language. I believe every day you should have at least one exquisite moment. Well, here's the thing about that. What if that moment is you making sure that you get yourself registered for the national? Exquisite. What if that moment is you making sure that you have a team member coming with you? Exquisite. What if you have that customer that you've been talking to and they finally become a customer of one of your services? Exquisite. What if you achieve a goal that you said you were going to hit? Maybe it's a production call. I heard Al talk about some people that are achieving some production goals. What if that's one of exquisite? What a beautiful word, man. Like, what a great word to take ownership of. Like, I had you guys think about this. Think about how a moment can be a recruiting tool. You're with your family at the end of the day today. You're talking with a friend at the end of the day today. You are connecting with someone at the end of the day today. And you're literally, they say to you what we all say to each other. Hey, man, how was your day? And you looked at them and went, man, I had an exquisite moment. They're going to be like, what are you talking about? And now you have an opportunity to share what it is that we're doing. Why? Because of the power, which you guys have heard me say for 6 years, the power of a well-chosen word. So when I heard this, I'm like, oh man. So I believe every day you should have at least one exquisite moment. So I wanted to start there. So hopefully you guys screenshot that. You'll remember what I said. If not, then not much I can do about it. But that moment is gone. Maybe that was an exquisite moment. Who knows? And now let me dive into this. So I have some slides to show you as I was getting ready for my last Zoom here of the month. All right. So Al Thomas's Zoom. Here we go. A little action. So here we go. Hopefully that Zoom is that Al, is that showing up on your screen? Okay, cool. All right, good deal. No, we won't have no audio issues. We'll be good to go. So I have some things to share and show you guys, and I'm going to comment on them. And I hope that you get this stuff and you own it, right? For you and your team, right? That's the idea here. The idea is to serve a team and develop and create leadership for those who want to be. So here goes. So check this out. I saw this, I was blown away. People don't buy products, they buy better versions of themselves. Oh my God, we could stop right there. We could talk for a half an hour on number one. People don't buy products, they buy better versions of themselves. What does that really mean? It means that's the business that we're in. We're in the people business. How many times have you heard Al or any of the other leaders say that's the business that we're in? Emotion opens the wallet, logic seals the deal. So true. Like, how many times have you guys heard people say, oh my God, the environment is great. You guys are so helpful. Everybody's so cool. This is such a, right? But then logically they go, well, I got to pay for this thing anyway. I got to pay for my health care anyway. I got to pay, right? So emotion opens up the wallet, logic seals the deal. Sell the after, not the features. Paint the picture of their glow up. Here's all that means. What's it going to be like? We talk about this. What would it be like if you had choices besides your job and your boss? What would it be like if you had more time with your family and your friends? Like, really talk about that. Have them visualize that. Paint a picture of it. Because what that does is it shows them that that is out there and exists. They just may not have the vehicle until you talk to them. Number four, this is big. If they don't feel seen, they won't spend a dollar, right? People sometimes get so worried about getting the person signed up or getting the person qualified. Well, hold on a minute. That's going to happen, but it won't happen if someone does not feel seen. And what I would say is they also, if they don't feel heard. So this is super important, right? Number five, speak their pain better than they can, and they'll think you have the cure. Whoa. Speak their pain better than they can, and they'll think you have the cure. Now, this is a tricky one, so let me comment on this for a second. You have to let them share with you, right? You have to let them share with you. You can't. So, man, crap must be tough with you. You must hate your job. You guys, you start saying stuff like that, people are going to defend their crappy job that they don't like. Why? Because you're attacking them. When it says speak their pain better than they can, what that means to me is relate to them, is to hear them. You know, the whole feel, felt, found. I hear how you feel. I felt the same way. Here's what I found. Like when you do that and you can speak their pain better than they can, here's what that really means is that you've had conversations with so many people about their stuff, about their circumstances, that you can articulate it in a way that brings down their defenses because they are being heard. And then they're going to be attentive. What, you have a solution for my issue? You have a solution for me not to miss my kid's game? You have a solution for me to get that card paid off? You have a solution for me to get more time with my spouse? You have a solution for me? Number 6, silence after the price. That's confident. Do not ruin it by over explaining. You guys, $2.99 and $25 a month is a joke. You know it, and so do I, right? But here's the thing. If you don't get good at creating value, anything is expensive. If we don't get good at creating value, anything costs too much. So when we say silence, and this says silence after the price, here's what that means. Stop shucking and jiving and dancing and doing all that stuff after you talk about $2.99. It's $299, and now you are in business for yourself. Residual income, necessity services. Give me a break. That's confidence. Don't ruin it by over explaining. Here's the key word. Watch this. It's not on there, but this is what just came to my mind. Don't ruin it by justifying it. Create value in it. There's a big difference, in my opinion. Al, agreed? Difference between justify. Okay, cool. Number 7, nobody cares what it is. They care how it changes them. Again, we're talking about, predicting the future. We're talking about telling them what could happen if they treat this seriously. You guys know the problem with people in our business is very simple. They don't equate the type of freedoms that they can get with the startup cost that they have. That's just, and so it's about what can this do? How can this change someone? I won't get into the old dog on the nail story, but you all know that if they don't want to change, they're not going to change. And typically what happens is they don't take the actions to change. So what do? They fall into that old habit of complaining about the same stuff, but they're not doing anything different. And then number 8, focus on what they want, not what you're excited to sell. Shoot. You guys, focus on what they want. Tell me what you want. Do you want more time? Do you want more money? And I don't mean to make this sound rhetorical. That's why for those of you that I work with directly, those of you that are on my team, one of the things that I say is very simple. It's like, if you had more time and more money, what would you be doing? And I don't know what your answer is. Reading, writing, painting, taking that class, doing some traveling. That's a big one. Spending more time with my spouse, going to my kids' games, whatever it is. Because now what you're doing is you're attaching a desire, a goal, something that's a matter of the heart, to a vehicle that can help them accomplish that. So focus on what they want, not what you're excited to sell. We just have a great vehicle. So now here goes. So I want you guys to screenshot these if you want. So, and we'll talk about it at the end. So here we go. So visually, I want you guys to see this. I found this and I thought it was awesome. 6 powerful images that will shift your mindset instantly. Here goes. Get my coffee going. Some of you are like, the dude does not need more coffee. But I'm going to have more. Okay, cool. Here goes. Danny's laughing at me up in Canada. I see you, Danny. I see you. All right. You do. Hey, listen, I'm not above it, man. You can laugh at me, but you wouldn't be the first. Guaranteed you won't be the last. Okay, cool. 6 powerful images that will shift your mindset. Here goes, you guys. Number 1, the one on the left. Oh, so much loneliness. The one on the right, so much freedom. How do you see it? Right? Sometimes you got to do stuff on your own. Sometimes you need to do stuff that maybe other people won't understand. Right? I have people in my life that do that. I've done that. Sometimes you need to do that. But notice the people down there, the 2 of them, they're together, right? They just see things a little bit of a different way, right? So they're still a team. They're just not seeing things the exact same way, right? And how you perceive things and how you take things, man, that's important, because how you perceive it and how you take it then becomes how you apply it. So that's the first one. Here's the next one. Oh, when I'm ready, I'll start. Take a look at the faces. When I'm ready, I'll start. You guys, Stop preparing to prepare. Stop waiting to be ready. Jeez. Just go do it. I'd rather work with someone who is out there trying, and maybe they're not following things exactly. Maybe they're making some mistakes, but they're out there trying it. Now, if they do that without being trained, that's one thing. We don't want that. We don't want that, right? But what we do want is whether you feel ready or not, if we've given you the language and we've given you the playbook and we've given you the format, freaking go after it. Don't worry about it. You have a leader like Al. You have other leaders on this call that will help guide you and get you on track. When I'm ready, I'll start. Jeez Louise. Okay, next one. Empty minds make more noise. You hear those people, oh, that doesn't work. And what are you doing that? And you're bringing back, you guys, empty minds make more noise. What are you filling your minds with? Right? What are you filling your minds with? And look at the one on the left. The girl on the left, she got nothing going on inside, yelling and screaming. And the one on the right is just sitting there listening and paying attention. So that's awesome, right? Fill your minds with important, valuable stuff. Next one, man, the power of walking away. That match that moved, guess what? They're not getting burned. They are out of the way. So what happens is when you guys find yourselves, and I find myself in a toxic environment, or I find myself in an environment with people that maybe just don't see what I see, get what I get, want what I want, like what I like. You don't know what? There is power in pulling yourself out of that environment, right? And not getting caught up in that, and standing your ground, and putting yourself in a position where you go, you know what? I heard somebody say a long time ago, and I know I'm going to mess this quote up because, man, but I'll paraphrase it, and it was something to the effect of, uh, just because uh, just because we disagree doesn't mean I don't want you to eat. Just means we maybe need to eat at different tables. And that's okay. You got to let people do what they're going to do and you do what you're going to do. But when you find yourself in an environment that is not serving you, it doesn't mean that they work for you. But how about this? It is not supportive. It is not encouraging. It is not inviting. It is not it's not a healthy environment. It's okay to walk away and still keep your business moving and advancing forward. So here's the next one. Man, this is good. Just because you are right doesn't mean the other person is wrong. You just haven't seen life from their angle, right? Like maybe someone isn't open to the business. Maybe somebody, won't be your customer. Just hang tight a second. Respond and react like a professional, right? Just to like the very first one. Oh my, so much loneliness, so much freedom. People just might see things differently, and I have to tell you, that's okay. It's okay, right? So, and then this last one, man. I think this is the last one. Let me tell you this. If it is, I'll tell you because this is like my favorite. So here goes. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here's ACN. Take a look. Take a look. Al, before you leave, I just want you to see this one visual before you leave. So there you are, building by yourself, one block. The middle one, man, this feels useless. I have barely anything going on, and I'm working, and I'm talking to people, and I'm peaking people, and I'm going to meetings, and I'm going to the nationals. Man, this feels useless. And you don't give up, and then look at the one on the right. Wow, look what you built. Let's do this. This feels useless. Wow. And to me, that is our business, right? Like getting one customer. Okay, I'm going to get a customer. Yeah, but you know what? Those customers start to stack up. Oh, all right, I'll talk to someone. Okay, I'll have a home meeting, right? Well, my person needs to see this one-on-one. And I get it, right? Everybody thinks that. But there's power in following the system that we're teaching and that we're training. Because when you do, you're going to see the result of a system that, by the way, we're not testing out on you. We're not trying this out on you. We're not seeing if this works on you. It doesn't, that's not the way this happens. The way this happens is there is a system that creates the wow on the right-hand side. There's a system that allows us to be able to build and expand and grow something significantly, exponentially that way. So it's really important to know, you guys, these little building blocks, these little steps of progress, right? By the way, you know, we've all heard this. A setback is a setup for a comeback. You might have things go the wrong, what feels like they're going the wrong direction for a minute. That's okay. That's okay. A setback is a setup for a comeback. So when you see a visual like the one I'm showing you, here's you know, kind of the message here, you guys, that little steps of progress matter. That's why this is my favorite one of all of them. We're excited, let's do this. And then the building process takes time, effort, energy. And sometimes it feels like, man, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to another event. I'm plugging into another Al Thomas Zoom. I'm plugging into another national. I'm going to another Lake Tahoe. I'm going to another. How about this? I'm reading another book. Well, you guys, when you go from the person on the left with the one block to a few blocks to the building on the right, right, that massive thing on the right, here's one of the things that happens. Oh man, when your goal, which is the right, is bigger than your feeling in the middle, and you remember your feeling at the beginning, you will win. You will win. When your goal, which is the building on the right, when that vision is bigger than the activity in the middle, and you remember the feeling when you started, oh man, that's it. And let me ask you guys a question. In fact, you look, we're gonna say this visual. Watch this. We're gonna say part one, part two, part three. Okay, here goes. Watch this. Ugh, we'll probably end here. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it. So here goes. We're gonna say the first guy is part one. We're gonna say the middle guy is part two, and we're gonna say the end is part three. Where do you think most people quit? Part one, part two, or part three? Part one, part two, or part three? Where do you think most people quit? Part one, part two, or part three? Yep, there go the hands. Yep, part two. Part two. You're excited in the beginning. You certainly see what the end goal is, but it's part number two. That's the grind. That's the work. That's the keeping it even keel. That's all the stuff we talk and train about. Why to get good at the services, why to get good at the comp plan, why to get good at promoting events, why to get good at edifying your leaders, why to get good at that. Because we understand that building block window of time in part number two, feelings lie. It can feel that, by the way, look at the middle part. Look at the middle. Look at the middle. I'm going to show you guys something. Look at the middle. Two words. Feels useless, right? Feels useless. Notice it doesn't say it is useless. It says feels useless. Why? Because sometimes we just don't equate what we're building to that big thing that we're working towards. Regional coordinator, regional director, regional vice president, whatever those goals are for you. It doesn't say that it is useless. It says that it feels useless because sometimes people don't equate the day-to-day getting a customer, peaking people, promoting events, learning the business, getting your back office, understanding the comp plan. They feel like that's not really getting them paid. Where I'm telling you, it is the absolute foundation of getting you promoted and paid. And you guys, obviously one of those foundational building blocks in the building on the right-hand side is coming to the national. It's just doing whatever you got to do to get there, to be a part of that, and to be there for the announcements, to be there for everything that we have and what the company is getting ready to share and allow us to take part of and be able to build with. So it's going to be awesome, you guys. I'm just telling you right now, it is going to be awesome. So, Mr. T, that's what I wanted to share with everybody to kind of wrap up, August here. And I hope that it was helpful. As I was thinking about this, all these different topics that we've talked about, like I was just hoping that that visually it gives somebody some encouragement, and it gives somebody kind of a way to sort of anchor what it is that they're doing to move forward, and don't miss this window of time. Thanks, Marina. All right, Al, I'll turn it back over to you, and
Well,
looking forward to seeing you next week.